Hello? 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 Hi. Hi. Hi and welcome. Hi. Hi. Welcome. How you guys doing? I am, in fact, still alive. Yes, I am. Is that a good thing? Well, I guess we'll find that out. That was the wrong screen. Hi! Welcome. That was screen break. Yes, it's been 2 weeks. I had to break the screen a few times. Just like that sound effect too much. You know? It's such a wonderful sound effect that I wanted to hear it twice. Yes. You guys even hear the sound effect? I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if I set it up correctly. Whenever I set it up. How are you doing? How am I doing? That's a very good question. Give us a third time, because that's the charm. Okay. Give me a second. Shit, I thought I could be quick enough. Oh, wait, we had it 4th time. Okay, we have to do it the 5th time now. And there's the 6th time. Okay, now we're back. Okay, fine. We got it. All fine. Sometimes if you're quick enough, it doesn't re-trigger. So I was hoping, but I couldn't. I'm not. My old fingers don't work as fast anymore. It's a tragedy. It's sad, but we'll get through it. So yeah, 2 weeks are over. 2 long, exhausting weeks. And now we're back. Yay! Fire Emblem! Yay! Need screen break ASMR one day. I can get you like to the dishwashing station at my workplace, and you basically get plate breaking ASMR. That's what you want to hear. There's a lot of stuff breaking there. Not just my soul, but also plate. What did you do those 2 weeks? Anything special? Nothing special, really. It's like the usual thing. Like every once in a while. I have like the shift change in my workplace, so I don't have the morning shift like I usually do. I get the evening shift, which is annoying, but happens. So yeah. That's basically the reason why I was gone, because then I didn't have time to stream in the evening, and I didn't want to stream in the morning because I had a lot of stuff to do in the morning. So yeah, no time. So yeah, I didn't do anything special. I just worked, and yeah, that was it. Other than working, I watched anime. I watched a lot of anime. Here's plot twist. For some reason, they started a new season. I think like 2 weeks ago. I think we're already 2 weeks in. And yeah, there is a lot to watch. I'm still trying to figure out which are the ones that gonna stick for the rest of the season. I'm still not entirely sure which ones those are. There are a lot of candidates that have potential. And apparently, the season has some kind of like hashtag free the nipples attached to it. It's been a while since I've seen so many openly sus anime. It's been a while. Don't mind it, not too much, but it is fairly surprising to see that many in such a short time. And yeah, gonna see if those actually have plot or if there's just, you know, plot. Got a few candidates I've seen so far that have like potential. Obviously, Windbreaker Season 2. Definitely worth watching. Really good. If you like Tokyo Revengers, you're gonna love this one as well. And generally speaking, if you like hot guys beating each other up, then you're gonna have something fun with you for the rest of the season with Windbreaker. That's fine. That's great. That's nice. One big giant ass problem I have with this season. I don't know why. I don't know if that's just me. I don't know if that's a personal preference. I am not entirely sure. I wish I could tell you guys, but there's one specific character trope that I really dislike in all of storytelling, not just anime, just in general, but it is very common in anime. Honestly, it wasn't that common too long ago, but this season it's really often. The unaware, overpowered main character. I have a problem with that type of person thing. I have a big problem with people like that. Characters like that. I don't like them. I don't like them. I don't know. There are a bunch of characters, main characters in the season that have like this character trope, and I just can't. They're already overpowered. They don't face any struggle anymore. And they're just annoying because they think they're like the weakest person in the universe. And even if everyone tells them they're awesome and way stronger than everyone else, they're still just sitting around and being like, oh no, they're just trying to be nice. I can tolerate that for like a few episodes, but then I need them to grow some balls and actually figure out that they're not that bad at everything they do. That would be great. Yeah, it would be great. Yeah, I think so far I've seen like 4 anime with that trope. The Unaware Ateliermeister was one of them, and that's the worst offender, to be fair. That's the worst offender. For the rest, I can kind of be okay with, but that's like, I don't know, just a cute little boy, has no backstory, has no character whatsoever, but he's just overpowered, and that is his entire character trope, and he's unaware of that, and that is everything that the character is described by. No struggle, no reason why they're so strong, no isekai, and just that. Yeah, I don't know what to think about that. I kind of hate it. A lot. But yeah, nothing I can do about that. It's here now, and I have to get through it, or just don't watch it. We'll see. Other than that, very much slice of life heavy this season is what I could figure out at this point. There's a lot of slice of life. Pretty decent one at that, to be fair. They're not overly stupid, but I guess we're gonna see how they hold up. Like, one of the animes I would recommend for this season so far is Catch Me at the Ballpark, which is not really like what do you call it? A cohesive story? Or like a one big giant story? It's more like a bunch of short stories in one episode. about the social economic system of baseball stadium. It sounds weird, because it is, but it's actually quite fun. I like the characters. I like the characters. I like the interactions. They feel very much approachable. Feel very much real. So I can definitely see it being interesting. Yo, welcome. But yeah, I guess it depends on how it's gonna go in the future. Our thing, Zatsutabi, that's a journey, is also really interesting. I don't know if that's just me. It's basically like a travel blog for Japan, it seems like. And the premise is that there is like a struggling mangaka that gets rejected a lot, and every time she gets rejected, she goes for travels along Japan to clear her head. Which is nice. Which I would like to do as well, but Japan is, I think it's a 14-hour flight away, so every time I get rejected, I don't think I can do a 14-hour flight to Japan. Which is sad. Which I do have to admit is sad. But yeah, I might actually be able to go to Japan next year. Apparently. Maybe. I guess we're still figuring things out, but there might be the potential that I might be able to go there for like 2 weeks next year in like February stuff. Maybe. It depends. The thing is, a friend of mine is was basically asked by another friend of his if he wants to tag along, and that friend basically has another friend who's going to Japan regularly, and you know, we're just kind of attaching ourselves to that. So I don't know. All sounds a bit sketchy. But yeah, it's a lot of friend of a friend of a friend. But I guess, technically speaking, nothing bad can happen. So, I guess I'm going to Japan for 2 weeks next year. I guess so. Maybe. How about we first start this year with Dokumi, the anime con, and then we talk about next year's vacation. How about that? Because that's already coming up like in 2 weeks. Big giant WeepCon. Finally letting out my inner weep again. Yay! So yeah. Nothing else to report from like the last 2 weeks. I don't really know. This one. Japan's pretty cool. I think they have actually holographic Yu-Gi-Oh displays. I'm terrified of going there because I don't know how many suitcases I have to bring, because how the hell do I get all the stuff I buy there back? That is like the biggest problem. That's why I'm terrified. Never been to con, but I've always wanted to go. I've only been like 4 times. We have like Gamescom, very big gaming convention in Germany. I've been there like 3 times. And last year we've been for the first time to Dokumi. And it was fun. It was definitely more fun than Gamescom. Can definitely recommend like something like that a bit more. Like a gaming convention sounds really nice, but at least for Gamescom, it's like really annoying that the games you want to play have like waiting times of like 2 hours. So you're probably spending most of your time in the waiting line in like queue before you actually get to do anything. So that was not really worth it. You can also just skip that and go to other events that are there, but to be fair, if you're there and you want to like test out new games, it's not really worth it. Dokumi, on the other hand, is very interesting, because Weep. It's like a special interest con. So, like, basically, if you would go to like a Warhammer or pen and paper convention as well, I think it's basically the same. Like a lot of people with the same interest gather there. There's a lot of stuff that is interesting to you, especially the artist gallery. The artist gallery is really interesting with all the people there putting out their art to buy for me, myself, and I. Yay! I just have one rule: if they have Emilia stuff from ReZero, I'm probably gonna buy that. That's my rule. You have Emilia stuff, then I'm gonna be your best patron. Cause man, she's still underappreciated. She is the best waifu in the world, but no. Well, I guess more for me to love. Yeah. So that comes up in... It's honestly really annoying because that comes up in June. And that is Pfingsten. I don't know if... Is Pfingsten something outside of the first weekend of June? What the frick is Pfingsten in other countries? Is that even a holiday outside of Germany? Hang on. Pentecost? Huh? Never heard of that. Yeah, like some sort of Christian holiday in June. It's just a bit annoying because that falling together with like traveling is always a bit annoying because traveling, everyone has day off, everyone is, you know, going somewhere and you're also going somewhere, and that is making things a bit annoying. Yeah, I don't really look forward to traveling at that point, but I guess it makes it worth it. So yeah, those are like the few things that are coming up. In terms of channel stuff, not really entirely sure what to do in the future. Not really entirely sure. You might have noticed that I didn't post a schedule. I think I'm gonna not do schedules for a little bit and just stream whenever I feel like it. To leave myself a little bit more breathing room. I don't know. Guess we'll see how that works. I don't know. I want to be a little bit more flexible when and how I stream. Well, technically speaking, I'm gonna do like this time always. Kind of. So at least for me, 4 p.m. streams are kind of gone, I guess. Gonna probably stick around with this time. Leaves me a bit more time, especially if it gets hotter outside. Because if I'm streaming at like 4 p.m. here and it's still like 30 degrees outside, I am going to melt. I'm going to melt like crazy. Like Jesus Christ, holy hell. I'm gonna so freaking... I'm gonna be so sweaty. I'm gonna be only a puddle of sweat. But yeah, I guess if we do streams a little bit later, it might have cooled down at least a little bit by then, and I can actually exist. That would be cool, I guess. Sometimes. Yeah. That is what happened. That is what happened. If we're going to Fire Emblem now, the thing is, I have no idea where we left off. I have no idea what we did. I have absolutely no idea. But hey, yes, there's some way, shape, or form we can figure it out again. I'm honestly not entirely sure what we even wanted to do here. So let's take a look-sees. I haven't looked at this game in so long. Oh, that died, and then we spent most of the time doing side quests. Ah, as you do. Typical thing. That. Let's do some side quests. What do we have here? Secret merchant, inter-house reception. Did we want to do something? Are we still like in the level up phase? The thing is, we could, technically speaking, we could go we could go explore and just level our own stats up a bit to try and recruit Leonie? I feel like that was our target. I feel like we don't have her yet, yeah. So we could do that. You ever recruit Sephiroth? Doesn't look like it. I don't think we did. So we could try and explore. I think level-wise we should be fine. I think level-wise we should be fine for now. I guess. And I mean, there's gonna be like main battle coming up anyway to level, so I guess. I assume this is just a paralog that we can do even next thing. Sephiroth is only recruitable after chapter 12 thing. Oh. Yeah, we're gonna explore today. Gonna explore. Select several valuable secrets. Win the proper conduct tournament. I think that was a little bit difficult. I think there was something that prevented us from doing that. Sorry. Just ran straight into her. Yeah. So, do I even see Sephiroth somewhere? There. Maybe we can try and take a look. Maybe he wants to be part of our journey, maybe not. Hello, Mr. Sephiroth. Would you like to join your daughter in my beautiful following? Some would call it a cult, but I wouldn't. Nope. We can't recruit him at this point. That is okay, though. What did we try to level up for Leonie? I think we needed land skills. Am I right? Am I right or am I right? And I think we only needed it at sea. We need to... Which of you wonderful people is actually able to learn, teach me things? You are. We're definitely doing this. Brings me to C, and I assume this is enough? I would assume it's enough. All of the other stats should be fine, right? Technically speaking, they should be fine. Yeah, lance and strength should be fine. And to be fair, we probably don't get above C anyway. At this point in time. Would you like to follow me? That sounds like a yes. Invite to join your house! And there we go. Little bit of a slight issue. My phone's not charging. Maybe. Eventually? I don't know. We'll see. I guess we'll see. I'm not entirely sure. We're at 20%. If I'm never moving again, then that's okay. That's okay. Yes, Gerald Sumpus hours. All it took for her to join us is my dad dying. Isn't that wonderful? Weird that she's joining you today to that, but okay. I mean, necrophilia is an acquired taste, you know? It's an acquired taste. How about we go fishing? How about we not go fishing? I don't have that much bait. I'm not that much of a baiter. Only a... I'm not gonna finish that sentence. But I guess you can guess what I was about to say. If not, then you're way more wholesome than I. Cultivate, give him my magic. Other than that, now that we have her, what is actually her level? 19. That's okay. Really off today and forgot how he was dead for a moment. That's okay. It's been 2 weeks. We're past that point of him being dead. We recovered. If we wanted to get... what's her name? Hilda? We would probably need a C as well, right? An access, I think. Which makes this pretty much undoable. I think Faith probably also needs to be at least like a C or a B for Lucifia, right? If we wanted to get her. Yeah, same with Petra. If I wanted to get Petra, I probably need writing at C or D. That doesn't seem like it's going to work. That doesn't seem like it's going to work at this point in time. So yeah, I think this is pretty much all we can do in sort of recruiting, at least like for female characters that are interesting to me. If we wanted to recruit male characters, we probably could go for some people, I guess. Maybe? Actually? Good question. Lawrence would need reason. Raphael would need heavy armor, which we both don't really have. Dorothea we have. Linhard needs reason as well. Ferdinand needs heavy armor as well. We have Casper. So we pretty much have most of the people we can get. I want you to go for magic. Yeah, but I also think like Lucifia is not that important. She's cute, don't get me wrong. But we have Constance. And Constance at least is legal, so I can simp over her without worrying too much. And that's good for me. That's good for me and my mental health. So, yeah, it's fine. But yeah. I guess we're done with the recruitment at this point. Are we not? Are we not? So generally don't think that we can get something higher than that. I think Lasufia and Petra are the same. Really? Damn. I mean, fair. Not the Lasufia. How did Petra get into this school like that young of an age? But like Lasufia got here because she's like some kind of prodigy, but apparently people like young girls in the school. It's weird for like a church. You would assume that it's probably more young boys, but apparently it's young guys. Young girls. You know? Playback these. Find out. I'll be honest. If I'm through with 3 houses, I will probably never touch this game again. As much as most things are really fun about the Fire Emblem, I really like the battles, I really like the fighting, but the entire school system and the entire exploring is just so overly bloated that it's probably fine for like one playthrough, but I cannot see myself playing this 2-3 times over and over again. I'm honestly have nothing else but respect for people who do that. I mean, I don't know how fast you can actually speedrun it. If you don't like care too much about recruiting other people. Maybe then you can actually get through these phases a bit faster. Maybe. Sad. Yeah, it's a bit sad. But hey, it's still okay. I still have fun. But I just don't see it as a game that I would, you know, play over and over again. I get it. It just thinks that the full story of the game really does require knowledge from all the paths. Yeah. I'm not entirely sure, like, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure how it was with Fates, but in Fates you at least had, like, 2 very separate stories. I don't know how much of a difference it is in 3 houses if you play the story again. I don't know how similar all of the paths are. I think they're fairly similar. I don't think it changes much, does it? You just have different starting characters at that point, don't you? Like in Fates you have like entirely different stories, so they're technically speaking 2 entirely different games. So it makes sense to play them. Kind of. What are we even doing? Playing through the first part is a huge stumbling block. Up to what you've played so far, it is very similar, but they diverge hard soon. Okay. Yeah. I think that is way too late. Gonna be honest, that is probably way too late to diverge. Can we do that? I don't think we can do that. I think I tried that before and I think I got my ass beaten very much. I also was thinking. We have a lot of like these things. The hell are you? 30. And the question is, are we like giving them to like the person that needs them the most, or are we just dumping it all into one person and make them overpowered? And I kind of like the option of just dumping it into one person and making them overpowered a bit more. If you aren't replaying or removing the spoiler filter for the other routes, yeah, sure. I don't mind. I don't mind. Wait, what the? Increases luck by 4? That sounds like a lot. Even if I would play it again, I would not remember anything. I would not remember anything. Yeah, I kind of feel like we dump all of these things at some point in just one character. Maybe me, maybe my character. I was thinking Mercedes and making Mercedes like, what is it called? Holy Paladin? Or Holy Knight? Thinking about that. Then just having her basically be like Lisa? Lisa. What was her name? That was her name. Lisa 2.0. Just not that little sister type, but more bigger sister type. So what are you doing with the rest of her time? I guess spending a little bit of time with the girls then. Ah. Guess we'll spend a little bit more time eating food. As you should be. As we all should be. We should all be spending more time eating food. Mercedes is nice. Mercedes is nice. Definitely is nice. I feel like I had to level something for Dimitri. I feel like there was something I had to level for Dimitri if we wanted to put him into some sort of big-ass masterclass. But I don't know anymore. How about just an ad? An ad is always nice. They fit so well together. Please do. Would appreciate that. Thank you. Maybe we could get our magic skills a bit up. That is still something we could try to do. Because Manuela and Ria basically can still teach me magic. I don't know what is actually... What is actually the things that... I think... Can she also teach me faith? I don't even know if I want to have more faith. Maybe I want to have more reason. Is that reasonable to have more reason? Probably is. Oh, you could teach me axes. No one else is here that can teach me axes as well, is there? I don't think the other people are... they don't seem like axe users. Holy Knight is funny on Mercedes for reasons later, but generally Shining Bow Sniper is considered her best damage. While Bishop Remorari is good for keeping her as a healer. Yeah, I think so. I think as much as I read up about like making which character which. A lot of time I saw like Bishop is probably best for her because she's like a very, very strong healer. But she looks great in Holy Knight armor. And sometimes you just have to go with the vibes, don't you? Sometimes you just have to go for the vibes. But yeah, he's still mourning my dad. It's okay. It's fine. It's okay. Haven't even read the guy really. Only interacted with him like 1 or 2 times. It's not that deep. I mean, I can understand why they didn't make Gerald. Was it Gerald? I think so. I can understand why they didn't make him like a Ferdinand unit, because it probably would suck if you invested a lot of resources into that guy and then he dies. I can understand that so far. But I think if it was a usable unit, you would just have a bit of a deeper connection with it. And if he's just like some random guy that stands around. You can teach me writing. You know what? I want to be a magic boy. Teach me some magic. Is fine as long as you just keep going Lances and Authority. You could go Brawling for a funny super dodge tank build, but it's really not necessary. I mean, I think we have enough funny Brawl type anyway at this point. I think Felix is already decently enough in that regard. And technically speaking, we have Casper to also help with that. Just not entirely sure. How am I supposed to level units that I didn't use in this game? Like, we have... Well, technically, probably we could put them as, like, adjacent units, units that fight sometimes. Like, Catherine and Cyril, they were, like, level 13 at this point. I would be very scared if I put them in now and fight with them. I would be very scared. Okay, I think we're gonna have to go at some point without the face tracking. I don't know why, but charging is not keeping up using energy, which is weird. It usually does. It's also very weird that it isn't charged, because it should be, but hey, technically difficulties. I love them. Guess we'll see. Guess we'll see. Funny thing about Geralt is that he is super similar to Grail, Ike's mercenary leader that from Path of Radiance. Whose death at the very beginning kicks off the whole story. Baron pretty much wrote him off to die the moment we heard about him in the race. Oh man. Poor guy. Poor dad. It's being iffy at the moment. It do be iffy. I mean, I guess we'll see. Hey. Faculty training. What can you teach me? You can also teach me a little bit of faith. Sure. I believe in Fire Supremacy. Is that the faith that we're teaching here? Is that the faith that we're teaching here? Because then I'm a follower of this church. It's called. We're just gonna go sing for a bit. I do like that they actually showed Bailiff trying to use his power, his time power to save his dad, but I feel like he should have tried more than once to really hammer home that it was fated. Yeah. I agree. It is nice, but I also feel like he did like the most complicated thing to try and save his dad. Like, I guess screaming, "Yo, watch out! She has a dagger," could also just help. He's gonna stab you. Will probably help as well. Like, he's a seasoned mercenary. He probably could have at least avoided fatal stabbing. I don't know. Trying to take like your giant ass sword and extend it to protect him seems a bit much in this situation. But hey, it's okay. He's fine. I mean, the thing is, I don't know how technically, like, how in-game and lore-wise the mechanic differs. I don't know if the ability is technically able to be reused again and again, even like inside of the world and not just, you know, as a game mechanic. I don't know how that works. I don't think that was properly explained at some point. I don't know. There's like, you can just do stuff once. I don't know if there's like ever a situation where we go back in time over and over again, making this lore accurate. I don't know. Keep me in the dark? Is that maybe just a secret surprise birthday party that they don't want to tell me about? Maybe. To answer your earlier question, Petra is a princess of a foreign nation that was conquered by the Empire. He's a political prisoner. Well, that sucks for her. I mean, I guess it could be... there could be worse places to be prisoner. I mean, she got a decent deal out of it, but man... So, I mean, technically speaking, like, out of, like, general perspective of, like, diplomacy, not to overthink too much, but would you give, like, your political prisoner in the hands of a neutral party? Like, the church is basically neutral, yes, but technically speaking, also all of your rivals are at that school, and if Petra was, like, some sort of diplomat, she could technically go to the rivals and say, like, yo, you want to help me get my empire back? You could get, like, stuff out of it. I mean, I would get when she was, if she was in prison, like, court or something like that. The empirical court? Like, as a, what's it called? I know what it's called in German. It's called Mündel or something like that. If you take the child of a foreign king as a security. I don't know what the English term for that is. Happened quite a lot. Actually, pretty funny. Wasn't there also like what was his name? Vlad the Impaler? The guy from Transylvania? Wasn't he also like a political prisoner in like the court of was it still the Byzantine Empire? Or was that after it? I think it was still the Byzantine Empire. I think the Byzantine Empire was going on for a really long time. I think he was like political prisoner in their court, and then he came back and took the throne. Then they fought, I feel like. Or maybe I'm getting my historical facts out of order here. But I feel like there was some sort of Transylvanian or Hungarian prince that was in the court. I think it was Vlad the Impaler. I don't know. If you want to know that, you'll probably have to go to like extra history. You really recommend it as a history channel from the guys that do like extra that do like the gaming stuff. It's like a history channel. Really nice. Kind of recommend. History is a very fun topic. Especially if you're called Vlad the Impaler. He is. I think the idea is to have her raised in Fodland style, to be ingratiated into the culture and people more than her own, and thus basically be a perfect empire puppet to control. Oh. Oh. Yeah, that makes more sense. Despite all this, she's actually friends with Edelgard and the Empire nobles on a personal level. I mean, like... That's weird. I mean, I guess it depends on why and how they, like, conquered their nation. In what terms and why and all of that. But it sounds a bit weird to be, like, friends with the conquering nation. I don't know. I mean, I guess if she's happy with that, I guess if the people of her nation are, like, living happily and, like, are not suppressed or discriminated, or, like, if they're living a decent life, then I guess there is nothing really wrong with that. You know, being part of a big empire can also be a very big benefit in terms of protection, stuff like that. Who knows, maybe if she's, like, befriending all of them, she can maybe get, like, at least, like, some sort of, like, regional position back there. I don't know how that works. This gets actually pretty juicy with Casper, whose dad is the Minister of War. That's pretty much the one responsible for the conquest, and it is secretly something that consumes him with guilt. Aww. No. That's kind of cute. Although Casper doesn't really seem like a guy who concerns himself a lot with stuff. He seems like more of the type of guy who just punches stuff. But it's cute to see that apparently he actually cares about stuff like that.
奴らの居所が知れれば、お前は間違いなく飛び出していく。それを案じたのだろう。だが、お前はそれじゃ納得できないだろう。先生、俺たちに出陣を命じてくれ。
待ちなさい。そのような行動、私は許しません。
Where's the drone coming from? Holy shit.
師団が最も出払っている時に合わせて発見の報告があったのだ。
Casper's most likely to check.
わざと姿を見せた可能性すらある。彼らはジェラルトさんを奪った相手。
Yeah, he do be.
憎いのはわかるが、ここはこらえてくれ。
Despise them, but I must ask you to rein in your personal feelings for now. Okay.
自重なさい。ここは私たちに任せるのです。ジェラルトに続き、あなたまで失うようなことはあってはならないのですから。
レア様、セテス殿、あなた方も理解されているはずだ。騎士団の主戦力が出払っている今、お二人が動いて修道院を開けるわけにはいかない。敵の力は未知数。彼らと渡り合えるとすれば、英雄の遺産を扱える人間くらいだ。となれば、奴らの討伐のために誰を派遣すべきかは明白ではありませんか。先生が出るのなら私たちも同行します。すでに出陣の用意は整っている。もはや騎士団の集結を待っている時間は残されていないはずです。出陣の許可を。
あなたはそれで良いのですね。
Yeah, sure. I'm fine.
あなたたちに命じます。封じられた森に潜む敵を一人残らず討滅しなさい。何が起ころうとも主の加護を持つあなたであれば乗り越えられるはずです。
先生、敵が誰であろうと俺たちは務めを果たすだけだ。行こう。
guess we're going to fight. Well, that's surprising. Off to manslaughter we go! Yay! Black Eagles is my favorite class of characters because their relationships are pretty complicated. It does seem that way. They do seem to have very, very convoluted things. I think the Blue Lines is a bit more straightforward. The Blue Lines looks a bit more like a slice of life. Of the whole childhood friend drama that's going on. And dramatic past of one of them. A sealed forest snare. Suggested level 19. Okay, we're still good. Pursuit of justice for Gerald. You and your students find yourselves deep in the sealed forest. Heather is just making the best of it and trying to become a good queen one day with her education and connections here. She doesn't hold anything against Casper, but has some resentment of his father. Oh, and Casper's dad killed her dad. Yeah, I think that resentment is then, you know, justified a little bit. A teeny tiny bit. I guess you can hate the person that killed your dad. I guess that's okay. I mean, for Petra, this is generally speaking a really good deal. After being conquered. You know? Like, in terms of like historical things, there is the potential situation of just being killed.
先生、私を救ってくださった先生にご恩返しする時が来たのですわね。
先生、任せてください。僕も全力で頑張りますから。
Yay, Ash is gonna give it his all. Oh, we're all saved.
戦いにくい相手だよな。顔見知りと戦うのってあんまり好きじゃないわ。仕方ないよ。辛くても戦わなきゃいけない相手とは戦わなくちゃ。
後ろから切ればいい。顔さえ見なければ顔見知りかどうかなどわからん。
顔を見なければわからないか。ああ、そうだな。なあ、
It's not very honorable.
修道院で口にしたのが建前だとは先生も分かっているよな。お前の敵は俺の敵でもある。それに最後まで付き合う。そう言っただろ。
Blue Lions is just friends. Black Eagles is Big Bang Theory. And Golden Deer is totally Drama Island. That's the best way I can say it. Yeah. Yeah, we're a lot of big friend slice of life school anime here. It does seem that way. It's just missing that we're doing like a school club or something. We all join like a club. What do you want? Okay. Great. Thanks.
あ、共に務めを果たそう。大丈夫だ。今までも一緒に戦ってきただろ。たまには俺たちのことも頼りにしてくれ。どんな相手とも戦う覚悟はできている。
It seems a bit foggy here. But I hope this is just my imagination. I would really like not to have fog as my first map coming back. That'd be great. Thank you very much. Okay, it seems we're fine. Replenish 8 battalions. Yes, nice, thanks. What is going on? Oh, there's a cute girl. Nice. I like cute girls. Especially if they stab my dad. That gives bonus points. I hope this is actually just a rock. Okay. Let's see how we do this. Units. Who do we want to have with us today? Who do we want to take with us? Are you... Okay, you're technically, lore-wise speaking, you're technically on other missions, apparently. Okay. Okay. I see how it is. Oh no, I can't use them. I am now so sad. It's fine. Mercedes probably. We like Mercedes in this household, so we take her. Sylvain, probably, because he is very strong. Dimitri, probably, because he is very strong. Felix, probably, because he is very strong. Constance happy? 3 more. I don't want to take people that are not level 20 yet. Which would include Bernadette. Ingrid is also really nice. I like taking Ingrid here. And we're taking Flame as well, just to have a... we have so many people that can actually heal. I don't think it matters that much. Yuri, Balthus, or Dedu? Those are like my initial thoughts. If Constance happy, technically speaking, Mercedes. Encrypt him as adjutants later to level him up safely. Huh. I guess that would work, but I guess that takes a lot of time. That's also like a little thing that I don't like. But you don't have like you have in Awakening. Basically you can kind of farm infinitely experience points. I guess it only works like on easier difficulties, but you have at least like decent spots to farm experience points. To level up units. This is a bit missing here. And yeah, you have the battle mechanics, but you always have to like weigh your options of if you want to explore or battle. Be like putting it all into one would have been maybe beneficial. Could have just decided to go on like a side mission during your exploration phase instead of having it being entirely separate. I feel like we can never really go wrong with the do. Having like a physical tank is probably not that bad, especially if we're fighting monsters. Do I need to open... Oh, there are chests here. There are, technically speaking, chests here. Is this just one chest? Is there more? Apparently it's just one chest. Okay. I guess I could technically just give one of you guys the key. If I have one. Do I have one? I feel like I have one. Like I have stuff lying around. Yeah, I do. Actually. And then my question would be... Can you even... Okay, you can't take them because you're flying. Because the Pegasus only can take one person at a time. Who do you have support with? You have support with Flame? You do have support with Flame. Let's do that. Felix can go a little bit on his own journey. I guess we could take... Yeah, why not? Send both snipers on like one mission. Why? Actually not. In terms of weapons, do I need to do something? It's all fine, it's all fine. It's all fine, it's all fine. Longbow is... That's okay. It's fine. The Killer Lance is a bit looking awfully... Your Iron Lance is also a bit awfully damaged. Yeah, maybe we want to do that. What are we doing? Battalions. I did not want to go to battalions. Earlier there was an event called the Insurrection of the Seven that came up in constant support, I think. Was there? Ow. Was there? You have to understand, I'm a little bit stupid. I can't remember stuff. Yeah, I don't need to... Don't need to smith, I need to repair. Ooh, agreed. There. Ew. Also black sand steel. I guess it's fine. I guess that's fine. Okay. Save, fight. Wait, before we fight. One teeny tiny thing. We'll probably go there. Probably can stay back. Probably can stay back as well. It's a very good question if we take on both sides at the same time, or if we just focus on one side. You be able to tell me you have a magic staff, okay? Out of sheer curiosity, okay. We can lure that thing out. Can probably lure that thing out as well. Okay. Guess we're gonna do that. Let's see if the other people follow. Basically Edelgard's version of the tragedy of the scar. Oh. Okay, we were just zooming in on the magical beasts. I was a bit worried that we're actually zooming on these... what are they called? Destroyed Guardians or whatever? Holy Jesus! There's Lord hanging out there. How is that? How are these tail things working? That's fine. I mean, she has a certain kind of crazy look on her. I do like the redhead a bit more. Not gonna lie. But I guess, it looks good enough to stab. Oh no, she's hot. My one weakness! Hot woman. Guess we're trying that for now. Let's see what happens.
はいはい任せて。いけるわ。
焦らず戦おう。
If we're lucky enough,
はい、出ます。
there's just... It's just luring the magical beasts in here.
あの太陽が私を暗い気持ちにさせるのです。
And not much else.
ほらほら、のんびりしてると、私逃げちゃうよ。
What do you mean you're forced to escape?
逃がしてくれるつもりかな。みんな優しい。私はみんな殺しちゃうつもりだけどね。
That's a lot of damage. Luckily for us, he's missing. Ah, that's no damage. Okay. I guess, Dedu wants to have his Dedu moment. I remember when she first showed up in the trailers, a lot of people thought Kronia would join us as the Harry type character. Yeah, I would love that. Love a bit of crazy. Honestly, to be fair, the roster could need a little bit of crazy. Yeah, it does need a little bit of crazy. I kind of want to get rid of this guy before we do anything else. I kind of want to get rid of this guy, because he's gonna be annoying. And I think Ingrid agreed with me. Yay. Also, she's the one that needs to be here, so her being there is probably nice. Am I able to break all of his things? Am I able to somehow break all of his things? That is a very good question, because I would like to get the extra stuff from this. I can do this. It destroys the first thing, leaves the second one damaged. What is your gambit? Could do this that destroys this. Okay. We could technically, but then there's the question if we can finish him off. Maybe actually. If you go here first. I am not doing enough damage though. That's a bit sad. Only gives us 12. If I attack the other thing first, this doesn't really help. Depends if he restores himself. Also depends if I want him to be alive for one more turn and he fucking me up entirely. Because that seems like a little bit of an itsy tiny teeny tiny bit of a problem. If he does some random bullshit, then it is annoying. Need to be annoying. Wait, what is your gambit? Oh, let's say. Yeah, you know what? Just smash. Smash now, worry later. It's my strategy. 26. Say maybe 30 with like the strongest attack. 21, 26. How much life do you have? 6. Maybe potentially. Maybe potentially. I don't really want to risk it for the material. Don't know if it's worth. Don't know if it's worth farming here and taking. The thing is, I kind of want to keep the gambits for a while. Well, I mean, we could do this. He would be dead. Could break him. Could break these two. Happy could go in here with disturbance, but that wouldn't kill. We would have to. Then we would have to wager our luck with like the grid. Like the 24%. But I mean, we could get the material. Ah, fine. Ah, fine. Just say, ah, fine. So that's down. I'll also go here. Just because I can. I kind of want to avoid them being too close to each other. Okay, we got Umbral Steel. She also survives, which is nice. I like when my characters survive. I am generally a big fan of characters surviving. Now, that sounds very, very, very confusing, surprising, but I am. Maybe? No. Well, unlucky. It's okay. Basically, the 7 most powerful lords in the Empire turned against the Emperor, seizing all Imperial power and killing all of his children, but... killing all of his children, but one to use as puppet. So yeah, God has a lot in common with Petra, which is part of why... Okay. So it was all a political scheme. Okay. I can get behind that. I like political schemes. I have played Crusader Kings before. Caspar, Ferdinand Lindhard, Hubert, Bernadette's dads were all in on it. Bernadette's dad? Okay. I mean, it makes sense that, like, you know, if it's like royal thing that, you know, it does make sense. That they're like all kind of part of it. We're not like an overpowered assassin. Nobility house. You're probably not gonna get that done without any little bit, teeny tiny bit of help. 49%. You're actually... Can we talk about the fact that you're actually doing great, decent damage for not even that thing not being broken? Can we talk about that fact for a teeny tiny second? Lands of Ruin, Monster Piercer. I mean, I guess we can kill that thing in this turn. I guess we can kill it in one. Ah, no. I was kind of like hoping that maybe, but no. Can we break all of his stuff? Could do this. Break the first one, leave the second one damaged. You could go here, and you could probably break this and leave break the other one as well. That would work. Leave this unbroken, means 2 hits to go there. Which we could do with Bernadette hitting once. Probably Felix hitting twice. But then it's the question, is that thing still alive? And there's also the teeny tiny question. Yeah, this guy isn't attacking me. And this guy is also attacking someone. This might be a problem. How much damage are we doing with Gambits? How much damage are we doing with Gambits? 16. That is actually pretty miserable. Actually pretty bad. That's okay. It's fine. Or is like is wait, constants. No. But what is your Constance? Where's your battalion? That is when Edgard's hair turned white. Well, I mean, that is a very stressful time. I can understand why her hair turns white. Never really stated, but I can see why Casper just doesn't value nobility and wants to make a new life on his own. Lots of all of that. Yeah, well, I mean, after seeing, like, that happen to one of your friends, and your dad's in on it, yeah, I can get behind. I can get behind that. You probably are not the biggest fan of that anymore. We could just do this. I'm just not sure if Bernadette survives the Magic Man. I'm gonna assume she does. Then we could do this. Have the same effect, and we still have Sylvain in the position to attack. Let's try. Oh, it was cute. Almost cute. I guess I'm going here then. Okay, that broke all of this. I don't want to rally. Doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter. We could just do fire. That works, actually. That works fine. That works great. That means... Honestly, let's go here for motion support. I don't know if like being close to someone is like still giving a bonus in this part of the world. So we're taking the 50-50 here. Are we taking the 50-50 here? Ooh, I don't think we're taking the 50-50 here. I think this is a bit better. $12, $11. Also do this, it's a little bit more damage, but a bit more risky. Let's just attack twice. Yeah, sure. Damn! We skipped the critical. And he's down! Well, not down, but you know what I mean. And then even an Iron Lance is enough. wouldn't leave. This would... Okay, maybe? Maybe I like that more. If I remember correctly, you get bonuses based on the enemy being in range of multiple people in this game instead of people being close to each other. Ingrid is on a killing spree. I like her. This is a reason, part of the reason long range spells like Meteor and Bolting Arrow are good. Ah, because you don't get in the range. Ah. I don't know if I like that. Ow. Leave Bernadette alone, please. She has done nothing wrong. I understand why they got rid of... I understand why they got rid of, like, the combining mechanic, because that does make things a little bit overpowered. But I do like the combining mechanic a bit more. I like the combining mechanic of, like, putting two characters together, having them overpowered. That was very fun. I like that. Can you get rid of him? You can. He might die. But I'm gonna assume that we're gonna get rid of the other characters first. Just gonna assume that we're gonna be just faster in killing everyone. He just backhand slapped this guy? Holy. Not because you give bonuses to almost all your allies and... Oh. It's so confusing to me. There's so much long-range stuff here now. It's still a bit confusing. Okay. We killed all of the threats. Nice. Fates was really strong game mechanically, but they wanted to experiment instead of remaking the same features over and over. I mean, that's fair. If you do a game, you obviously have to, you know, sometimes do new stuff. Innovate. And Three Houses is not a bad game, like, generally speaking. Three Houses is still really good. How do I... Really like this? Ah, fine. Three Houses is still a fine game. It's so good. Like the mechanic it implemented are fairly decent. They're okay. They just haven't been like polished enough. Like the whole exploring phase is really nice, to be fair. It's just getting, in like a long game, it's just getting a bit too much over time. That's like the only thing. I feel like they handled that better in Engage because it didn't seem like it was too overwhelming or it was faster. I'm not entirely sure because I can't remember it too good, but I feel like they handled it already a bit better in Engage. And maybe if the Switch 2 comes out in like a few months, then we'll see a new Fire Emblem. Maybe. Maybe. I mean, I'm the guy. I'm gonna be getting a Switch 2 off release. Well, not on release probably because I probably won't be at home when it comes out because it is actually the time of Dokumi on WeebCon. So I'm probably not around when it comes out, but I will get it fairly close to release. Because, I'm fine with it. probably wait a year or two to get a used one. That's also fair. That is also fair. In terms of things, in terms of pricing from the console at least, I'm fairly okay. With the prices, obviously it's a lot. Speaking for a Nintendo console, I get that, but I think it's okay. I think it's okay. Obviously, we all want cheaper stuff, like generally given thing. We all would like to have stuff as cheap as possible, but I don't find the price tag to be too much asked for a game that is, for a console that is basically two things, handheld and stationary, that is rivaling like the strength of at least like a PS4. I feel like I do have a little bit of a problem with... Oh, actually, one of the best features that I didn't even really see anyone really talking about, that I'm really curious about, is like the controller can apparently work as a mouse. I am very curious about that feature. I am very curious about that feature. That is honestly what I'm looking forward to most. Like, does that mean that you can play shooters like you would play them on, like, PC? Or how is that working? It's actually, that's something I'm very much curious about. Happy just goes here. I'm not entirely sure how to handle Mercedes at this point, because I kind of want to have her close enough to all of the other party members to not let them die. But yeah, in terms of like games, honestly, the price discussion of games is fairly complicated. I'm gonna be honest. Like, it is true that games are like the cheapest they have ever been in historical sense, and the price of games never really got up in the way it should have been. It's just been like very much the same. I think like in recent years it has increased, and I think that's the problem. I think if the industry wouldn't have waited so long with increasing prices, it probably wouldn't have been that bad. But I feel like, especially after like the increase from like 60 or like 59 to 60 euros to like 70 doesn't feel like it's been that long. And now we're going from like 70 to 80 bucks. Feels a bit fast. I feel like if we had that better spread out over like the last 30 years, we'd probably be better off. Probably wouldn't complain that much. But overall, the thing is, I'm still okay with the prices as long as the games are finished. As long as the games are finished, I am still okay with the prices. The only thing I really don't want to see is a game I pay 80, 90 bucks for, and then it's filled with cosmetic DLCs, story DLCs on day one, stuff like that. If we have that, you know, microtransactions like in Assassin's Creed where you can buy yourself building materials with real money, which, you know, that the entire system is just incorporated into the game to sell you that stuff. Yeah. And I'm also very much annoyed by the prices. But if I'm getting like a full-fledged finished game, I can live with it. I can live with it. Also, the thing is, like, I don't buy too many Nintendo games as is. I only buy very selected few. Like, if I remember for the Switch, for like the original Switch, I didn't buy that many games. I bought the games that I'm really interested in. Fire Emblem, Mario, Pokemon. Those were like the games I bought. For example, for like Steam games, I buy so many games that I never even touch. It is very rare that I don't do anything with the games on the Switch. Like even Fire Emblem Three Houses, even though I haven't finished it, I played it quite a while before. I just haven't, you know, completely finished it. Got to the time skip and that was that. But yeah. Do I want to fight the assassin? She's standing on like a... standing on a heal tile. Do I even want to provoke her? I feel like she's gonna spawn stuff in my butt if I provoke her. But hey, no risk, no fun. That's what I heard. I'm very much confused about the new Mario Kart. Yeah, gambatte. Yeah. You? Are you gambitting me? She kicked me out of the bushes. How rude. I'm very much confused. I'm very much confused for Mario Kart with like an open world feature. The only open world I need is a Need for Speed for a racing game. I don't know if I need an open world for Mario Kart. I'm gonna be very much interested in seeing how it is done, but it is confusing. Go for 1 versus 1 duel to avenge your father. I try, but I feel like she's kicking my ass. The chances are not that good. 24. Yay. Well, it's not too bad. We can make something work here. That is not an accuracy. That is my score number in any math test. What do we want to have? I think 24. I think 24 was the way we wanted to go. You have Magic Rally, don't you? Yeah, sad. Ah. Holy Jesus. These accuracy numbers are not existing. I mean, I guess. Aaron Lance is not enough. I think we're just gonna go with the Killer Lance. Even if it crits, it's not enough. So we can still avenge. We can avenge our father! First of all, though. Well, actually, no. Wait. Because I'm gonna assume this is not the end of it. I'm gonna assume this is not the end of it. Any accuracy boosting combat arts? Probably. Question is if I want to waste like my... I am, you know... I like to save my durability. I hate wasting like points on weapons, combat arts. That takes away my durability. Now, I mean, technically we could just do this. Tempest Lands. We could do Tempest Lands on Iron Lands, and that would be probably enough. But at that point, I could also just use one of the killer lands. But no, I can't. I mean, technically I can. What do I want to do? Oh yeah, Raptured Heaven with Sword of the Creator. Now technically I can do it, and then I just go here with her. Fine. Oh. Okay. Wait, does she have poison weapons? Feels like she has poison weapons. That would mean. Okay, she doesn't. It was just a weird effect. That's fine. It is time for my signature move, and I hope I don't die. Raptured Heaven.
あんたばっかね。そんなんじゃお父さんの敵取れないよ。あんたも殺してあげる。私のこの手でさ。
I wish a woman would be so passionate about me someday. Well, with a critical hit, she dies. I think we wanted to avenge our father here.
あの方がいれば私なんて。
Cutscene. Oh, she's a clumsy assassin. She just falls over and trips.
嘘。本気の私があんたなんかに負けるわけ。
I got the power of anime on my side.
さあ、見てないで手伝ってよ。乙女の危機よ。
But she can already use. I can fix her. No, she'll break you. That's fine. I take these odds. That's not the penetration I wanted to see, just to be entirely honest. Well, she appeared just to be sacrificed. Ew, tentacles. Ew. You can't just rip stuff out of people. I think that's illegal. Very convenient for him that she ran to this place again.
先生はどうなった？
見たか、奴は飲まれた。近所の闇に未来永劫うつろな闇をさまよい、再びこの世界に戻ることはない。天 帝の剣は惜しかったがな。
そんな嘘、先生が死ぬはずない。
Well,
そうですわ。
we're sealed away, guys. Roll credits. Game over.
あの人がこの程度で死ぬとは思えない。
確かにまだ死んではおらぬであろうな。だが死んだも同然よ。出口のない
Yeah, like
闇の中を
stepping on Lego. I think that's worse than death.
苦しかろう。絶望に飲まれよ。
まだ生きている。殿下、望みを捨ててはなりません。
ああ、先生は必ず助け出す。そしてこのゲドウも殺す。指の先から刻んでやる。耐え難い苦しみの中で死ね。
その態度、つまらぬわ。まあよい。望むならば加えてやろう。お前たちよ、死での行列にな。
Can he not even blink with his one eye? Is that gonna hurt after a while? Is that gonna be really dry? Hope this world has eye drops. Hey, you're yelling at me.
ところに突っ込んで罠に引っかかるとはなんじゃ。お主は転がり出すと止まれぬ岩か。イノシシとてもう少し考えおるわ。
I think she's mad. I have the slight suspicion she's mad at me. But how am I supposed to know that that's like a holy ritual site where he can send me to the void, all voids? How am I supposed to know that? Why didn't she warn me of that? Excuse me. I'm sorry. I can explain. None of these things.
言い訳なぞ無用。この闇は恐ろしいものなんじゃぞ。わしはお主と共にあればこそこうしてここにおるが、ここはうつしおから隔絶された闇の世。それこそ女神でもなければ出られぬのじゃ。我らの身も心も。
It would take a god to leave this place. Oh no, if only we had a god on our side.
死ぬ覚悟はできたか？
Not really. I have stuff to do.
それはそう
I
じゃ。
haven't finished this anime season.
わしとて死にたくはない。じゃが
And ReZero is also announced this season continuance, so I can't die yet. Come in here.
他に術はないか。のお主、ジェラルトの日記は覚えておるか。お主は泣きも笑いもせぬ赤子じゃったと。それはおそらくわしのせいよ。ほとんど眠りに近い状態だったのじゃろう。お主の中にあったわしが作用してな。レアは一体いかにしたのか。お主の中にわしを存在させた。わしはずっとお主と共にあり、お主の中で力を取り戻していった。そう、女神、いや神祖としての力をな。我が名はソティス。それが何の名かお主は聞いたはずじゃ。始まりのもの、フォドラの守護者にして生きとし生けるものを導く神祖。
Doing a very bad job at
わ
that.
しは
Say.
死して再び舞い戻ってしもうた神祖ソティスの心なのじゃ。
I can't believe it! That comes so sudden! Oh no! Somehow I know it to be true.
高級の闇より譲る術は一つ。わしの神祖の力を使うより他はない。じゃがわしは体を持たぬ。それゆえお主に力のすべてを渡さねばならぬ。それは お主と一つになるということ。そしてわしは消えるのじゃ。
Disappear?
消えるというてもすべてなくなるという意味ではない。わしはお主になるのじゃ。いつもお主と共にあろう。じゃがこうしてお主と話すことは二度とできぬじゃろうな。
No.
寂しいの。わしは常にお主と同じものを見聞きし、お主に散々あれこれと言うてきた。かけらも女神らしゅうなかったやもしれぬが、実に楽しい日々じゃった。礼を言うぞ。わしと共にあったのがお主でよかった。
Aww.
さあ願え。わしとお主の意志が重なれば二つは一つになる。あの森へと戻り
More emotional than when my dad
コ
died.
アッパどもを助ける。それがお主の願いじゃろう。
Also, we're becoming part of a cute anime girl now. That's a plus.
わしとお主の意志は一つとなった。時のよすがをたどりて見出した小野が答え、始まりのものたるわしに示せ。
Does that count as a kiss? Returning Super Saiyan! Damn. Actually, it's a Super Saiyan scream.
強制は闇を食らうか。
I wish her hair would be all pointy now.
先生だよな。本当に無事でよかった。お前ならば必ず戻ってくると信じていた。詳しい話は後で聞かせてくれ。今はあのゲドを殺すのが先だ。
貴様、ザラスの闇で何を見た。ありえぬ。あの闇を食らえるのは我が手で始末をつけねば戻ることもままならぬか。
A little bit of a side question here. Is there like a room where all of these people are waiting to be teleported? Or are they just randomly like sitting in their, you know, in their quarters? Eating like their rations? And then suddenly someone snaps their finger and they're being teleported on the battlefield? Just out of curiosity. Or are these like puppet soldiers? Because they seem like they're real humans. Just out of curiosity. Fusing with Sophis allowed the Sword of the Creator to regain its true power. Okay. And we get phase 2. Yay! We are part God now. Are we Hercules now, technically speaking? Sublime Creator Sword. Lime. Fits our hair color. I assume Solon was setting Kronia up to die from the beginning, so he didn't give her that many troops. I guess so, but he's still pretty lucky that she, you know, charged back into this ritual side. I mean, maybe he told her, oh, if you are in trouble, come back here and I teleport in here, maybe. Potentially. I guess I'm gonna just hit this guy in the face. Bonk. Your last Hercules was a half-god, more Hindu avatar of a deity. I like being Hercules more. It's fine. Why did you all decide to hide in the bushes? Ah! Ah! That's nice. Oh, man. Well, Felix, I guess, has still something important to do in those bushes, so he's gonna stay there for a turn longer. It's better than anything. I mean, yeah. Probably, I guess. If I remember correctly, most half-gods in the Greek mythology weren't that happy. But still, being Hercules sounds nice. Yeah. You wait in the trees. Ew, they're all charging me. Who's Steam? If the spoiler field is off, I can tell you why Solon called you the Fell Star. I will be brief. Sure. Sure, give me the lore. I kinda just want to go right side and clear this side first if they're all charging me. I know. I also think, like, I don't care about the stuff now. I feel like I don't care about the materials at this point. I feel like I just want to clear. You don't do that much damage, if I'm being honest. I assume that Sylvain is probably capable of dishing out quite a lot of damage. Yeah, 4. So we basically just have to get rid of one health bar. Oh no! Low battery. Damn. I see a theme in this stream. Very low battery stream. We have something to charge. There a way. I have this one. Ow. The cable is not long enough. Ew, that's disgusting. That is a little bit disgusting how I need to play now, but I guess that's fine for like the first fight. Forever the remaining fight. Yo, Felix, you wanna join the fight? You wanna move? That's so nice of you. I'm so proud. Wait, just... Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do the easy thing. Yeah, we're just gonna do the easy thing. That makes my life so much easier. I think that makes my life so much easier. So I'm okay with that. This means that I probably technically can regroup a little bit better. Here and there and everywhere. Okay, you. What's your range? Annoying. The range is, to be honest, annoying. There is the potential of getting rid of this thing as well. I feel like if we break this thing, Felix has potential of killing it just by being Felix. I just kind of don't want to entirely and all the other people be free. So we might do this. Let this guy be stuck there. He's basically dead then. I don't think I care too much about this guy, but I might as well also be able to take him out. Might as well also be able to take him out. Could do is probably this. Yeah, probably. Breaks his thing. And Phoenix could go here, finish him off. But leave the question, how do we deal with the second HP bar though? If Bernadette is standing there, then we need to break another thing. Which we probably technically could do. Another Gambit. I feel like this always happens. I think those to be stuck in place is probably safe. And getting rid of the one guy, to be fair. You're doing nothing to him, that's fine. I feel like we're gonna do this. Just to safely break this. YouTube chat seems broken. Ah, is YouTube eating messages again? Is YouTube chat eating messages again? Can all of these things. Basically gets rid of the first HP bar, which is nice. The question would be... That was literally an alien. sounds very weird. Probably doing this. Like, literally out of space alien? That's weird. Not even parallel dimension, literally out of space. Then we just punch him. The goddess descended from the heavens, according to church. I mean, that sounds like an alien. Yeah, okay. Ew. Can you get rid of this guy? You technically can, but you take a huge hit. It was cold the entire time. Yeah, sometimes you just take things literally. Who are you attacking? You're still going for Dimitri. Okay, I'm fine with that. You can do that, that's okay. Guess you go here. Excuse me. What are you doing with Bernadette? Excuse me. She's just an innocent child. Okay, like this. Yeah, sure. If anyone is able to tank things, ooh. Why do you have so much reach? Blonde guys call her the fell star because she fell from the stars. Ah. That is creative. Very accurate. But from a creativity standpoint, Now what? I think I just let this guy live. How do I? Is this still pre-time skip? Yes, this is still pre-time skip. But we're close. We're getting close, I feel like. Let's do this. Can I get rid of this guy? Use my killer lance and I hit. Or just do this. That's fine. And like this. There might be even a debate for modify? Is that the name of the spell? I think most of the people are in reach that need it. Yeah, you fought, my guy. Actually is... We need to go a little bit to the other side. We do this! Yay! Overpowered healing mechanics! Love it! You guys need help on this side, probably a little bit. Is anyone even capable of helping you guys? Doesn't really seem that way. I feel like people always underrate how good that spell is. It is actually really good. Like, I don't know if it's good on like each and every one, but especially on Mercedes, who has like crazy healing potential. Like, she heals everyone for 40 HP. And it has a huge ass radius. So it do be working nicely. I do recommend having it on your team. Especially I feel like if we're making her a holy knight and she's like more in between everyone else, I feel like this is gonna be even better. No, my iron lands. You know what I'm not missing? Remember, like in Awakening, there were like these timed events you had to do, like getting to certain houses before the enemy does. I'm fairly happy that they're not here. And I see like this house kind of reminded me of this. That kind of annoyed me all of the time, rushing to certain spots. Could have worked. A couple of... yeah. 'Damn. 40 damage. That's a lot of damage. Might as well. How is the situation if I... Oh. 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 I was kind of expecting a bit more of a resistance here. I mean, could potentially try. Put me, myself, and I in there. He's an innocent old man. He just killed a girl in front of my eyes. He ripped her whatever out. I'm not entirely sure what he ripped out. Did he rip her heart out? Or did he rip out something else? Can I rupture heaven him? I can. Well, I can sublime heaven him. That's even better. Well, first of all, bishop that is in the back line and just basically is reading the Bible, minding his own business. You know what? It was pretty unclear. It was, right? It kind of looked a bit like a stone artifact, but I'm not entirely sure. Like, I thought it was probably her heart, but he was also like in her belly. Like deep in her belly. Really fist deep in her belly. So ripping her heart out from there is kind of like, you know, it was for stem cell treatment. For his stem cell treatment? I still feel like that's not how you do that. Sublime heaven! Kill the old man. I gotta go now. Bye bye. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for still being here. Have a good evening. Aha! We beat this old man up pretty good. I'm proud of myself.
しかしこれで終わりではない。我らの悲願必ずやったれす様は。
My knowledge of Freehouse lore is limited, but I think that's some kind of crest thing. It could be, actually. It was a stone that was huge lore implications that I'm not going to talk about until the time skip. Okay. I don't know if I can... Can I, technically speaking... Because YouTube is supreme. I can technically go back in time. And look to the cutscene. Maybe, eventually. That's the cutscene, that's the cutscene, that's the cutscene. Here she falls over her heels. She's smart. Here's the old creepy guy. He already has it in her hand, in his hand. In his hand. Come on. I know you showed it to me at some point. Eh. Yeah, it is apparently some stone thing. It shatters like a stone. Give me a second. Only in frame for like seconds. Like mere seconds. What was it? It was like a shortcut for... It was a shortcut for making screenshots, but... You know what? Snipping tool, my beloved. Where is it? Here it is. Can I just drag and drop? Look at that good quality. So yeah. I mean, it's pretty hard to see, but there is some sort of stone. It seems like some sort of stone. And at least when it shatters, it seems like stone fragments. Or maybe she has like a very, very hard liver. Could also be the case. Not entirely sure. Veil of Lore is weird in general. It is. He's like... So yeah, he has some sort of thing in hand. Oh, can I now close this cringe stream? This weird guy. Such a weird guy. Yeah. So, I guess we unlocked lore. You can go. Thank you. What I say right now is that every relic weapon has a weird stone in them somewhere, except the sword of the creator that has a hole in it. If there's a hole, there's a goal. But I guess we kind of filled that because we became like the supreme god of supremacy. How exactly did we join with an outer space alien into one being? Relatively unscathed. I even had time to go to the barbershop and get my hair dyed. The goddess gifted me her power.
だが空を切り裂く先生の姿を目の当たりにして信じないというわけにもいかない。
Legend of old.
女神の啓示を受け力を授かった聖者セイロスの神話だ。かつて女神はセイロスを使わして力に溺れた邪悪なる王を討たせた。きっと邪悪を討たんとするお前の姿に女神はセイロスと同じものを見たのだろう。先生が女神に力を与えられたセイロスなら俺に似合いなのは、いや何でもないんだ。おかしなことを。
You know, I just got the powers of a goddess, and you're
おい先生、どうした？
trying to figure out who you are in this time and place. It's a bit selfish.
のか一体どういう。とにかく早く誰かに見せなければ。
Just like Megumin. I cast explosion, then I fell over.
時の
Eyes of cringe.
よすがに灯る炎
Damn, Lapello?
川面にたゆたう記憶のかけら
Damn, actual Lapello. Nice! What happened? Where am I? Can I stay here for the rest of my life?
大丈夫。何も心配はいりませんよ。あなたを傷つけようとする者はここにはいないのですから。ラララララララララ
Oh, this triggers my ASMR addiction, guys. Why is the Pope so hard? That's a very good question. Why are our popes not so hard? Look, Steven, it's your mom.
今この時が永遠に続けばいいのにと少し
Agreed.
思ってしまう。
Like that. Can we like we have time powers now. Can we like rewind 50,000 times over and over again?
手繰り寄せられた時を共に紡ぎ、果てなき世を二人で追っていきたい。あなたの身に何が起こったのか。
Imagine how much followers the church would have if we had a pope like this. Instead of like an old ass Jesus like sitting on this Vatican throne the entire time.
この姿、主より力を授けられたのですね。あなたが天帝の剣を手にしたその時から、私はあなたがいつかこうしてオドラをあまねく照らす女神ソティスの力をその身に宿すことを信じていました。あなたは私の。さあ、目を閉じて。このままもう少しお眠りなさい。私がずっと見ていますから、ずっと。
That was nice. We need more scenes like this in anime. And in games. And in real life. We generally need more Lapellos. Yes, yes. Can confirm. Lapellos are great.
ファーガスの北の地は吐く息も凍る寒さに包まれ、アドラステアの南の海でさえ冷たい風が吹きつける。空から天魔の羽とも見まごう雪が舞い落ちると、フォドラの首飾りは真珠より白くなり、険しい喉元をさらに険しくするのである。
Gardening. Nice. So yeah, we're part god, alien, cute anime girl now. We found our mommy. I think life is looking pretty good right now.
Leia, 話してくれ。君は私に何を隠している？あの者の姿は何だと言うんだ？あれではまるで。
ですから今言えることは何もありません。今節の終わりに
ジェラルトの日記を読んだ。彼の部屋で偶然見つけ
Guys,
てね。
it's a diary. You're not supposed to read someone else's diary. Why is everyone and their mom reading diaries? Excuse me.
火災で死んだとされていた赤子。それがあのものなんだろう。彼は君が赤子に何かしたのだと気づき、ここを出ていくと決めたんだ。君は赤子にあのものに何をした？まさか禁忌に触れるような行いは。
セテス、間もなく人が来ます。これ以上はやめてください。
You know, a high member of the church being questioned about what did you do to that baby is more realistic than I would like to hear actually. Just mentioning that.
あのものを聖母へ連れて行きます。そこで私の望みは達せられるはずです。幼い頃、私はあそこで確かに彼女の声を聞いたのですから。入りなさい。
Gives you diarrhea.
待っていましたよ。
Why did I laugh at that? Why?
主より力を授けられました。ならば、まず訪れるべき場所。
What you do to that baby is a question I never want to hear. That is fairly right. On the list of questions I never want to hear, this is probably pretty much on the top. A revelation? Assassin's Creed Revelation? Because you're the president of the Dad Joke Club. I still have my...
かつて女神より力を授かった聖セイロスは聖母にて啓示を受けたというのです。
The swordfish is the best dressed fish. It always looks sharp. I probably need to do a soundboard. I need like a... Don't I? Why do dogs run in circles? Because it's hard to run in squares. With that, the lecture of bad jokes ends for today.
ポドラの民を救い導くためその力を正しく使うようにとかつてセイロスに与えられた主のお言葉はきっとあなたにも下されるはずです。
聖母に赴くといい。なぜ君がその力を得られたのかわかるかもしれん。
聖母にて主の啓示を受ける儀式を行います。
I probably need the clown's nose as well.
今節の課題です。
Mission now.
セイロスが啓示を受けた際、その傍らには聖戦士らが控え見守っていたといいます。あなたに導かれ共に戦ってきた生徒たちは儀式の場に立ち会うにふさわしいはず。もちろんセイロス正教会の主張として私も儀式を見届けるつもりです。
Now, what was that thing in Germany where politicians go on stage to make fun of each other? Yeah. I know what you mean. I know. The ba 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 ba. That theme.
それだけ特別なことなのです。仮によからぬことが起きようとも、私とて己が身を守るくらいはできるつもりです。
いろいろと変化もあったが、 君の役目は変わらない。儀式まで気を緩めず、生徒たちを教え導くように。
Okay. Right now, more overpowered than before. Yay! And Zelda's birthday. Great. What a way to grab everyone's attention. Having your birthday right after I lost my dad and kinda... I don't know what would we talk? Well, my imaginary friend. Kinda. My imaginary friend that is not entirely imaginary. And check the Sublime Sword stats and combat art. I have not so far. I can do that in a second. Okay, remember? Never chat with girls. They apparently don't want to hear you talk. They would just want to hear you nod. Okay, learned that today. Oh, man, Hilla, you're kind of obsessed with me. Not that I mind.
先生は普段ぼーっとしててもいざとなれば頼りになりますもんね。
I wasn't daydreaming, you were daydreaming.
じゃあ何か考え事してたとか？なんか先生って何を考えてるのかわからないとこがありますよね。表情が乏しい頃かな。ほら、笑って笑って。こちょこちょこちょ。
What is going on?
冗談ですよ、冗談。怒らない怒らない。ところで次に戦う時なんですけど、私を後方支援に回してくれませんか？ほら、私みたいな弱っちいのを戦場に立たせても役に立ちませんし、むしろいきなりやられたら士気にも関わっちゃうかなって。
Bring down morale if I were killed. Really? I think so. I want you in action. That adds,
先生の目は節穴？このか細い腕に何を期待してるんですか？その分、後ろからみんなを応援します。そしたら男子の士気も急上昇でしょ？
Aren't you taking this seriously? Just kill some few people. It's not that deep, bruh.
私、身近にやたら強い人がいたから。兄さんのことなんですけどね。
Just a prank, bro.
わかるんですよね。私がどんだけ頑張ったって無理って。人には向き不向きがあるわけで。だから適材適所が大事なんですよ。じゃあお願いしますね、先生。ここで先生が怠けてたことは内緒にしといてあげますから。
Well, the sad thing is, you're not even in my party. So you're gonna stay off the battlefield, not because I want to, but because I kinda have to. Hanuman's birthday. And they're all having birthdays. Offer some tea. I wonder, is this guy romanceable? Just out of pure curiosity. And I wonder, did people go for that? Yes! Interested? Hanuman has also a surprisingly dark past. That mustache! And to be fair, that mustache is like the kind of mustache that like an evil, supreme, mad scientist would have. Sipty. Just gonna sip mighty. Mighty. Mann, mach mal die Pfanne.
しそうになった。面白かったよ。
It was ice. Look at me in a weird way. I'm not entirely sure if I like it. Not entirely sure if I like it. By fusing with Sophus and awakening the progenitor god's power? I'm a progenitor. God, Geo obtained the certification for the Enlightened One class. Ah, I'm looking like the Pope. I'll touch my mustache to increase my affection. I don't want to touch your mustache. Seems like abusing your professor powers. The outfit is too much for me. Yes, I agree. I do agree. The thing is, we can set that to not be there. Sublime. Creator sword. Might 15. That's a lot. Hit 90, crit 10. That's nice. Range 1 to 2 and weight 7. That's actually pretty decent. That is actually pretty good. Which makes sense because it's like the weapon for the protagonist. So that would be weird if it was not good. Sublime Creator Sword only. Might increases based on units' magic. Effective against dragons. Ooh. Oh. Plus 10 might, plus 20 crit, plus 10 hit. Oh. I don't know if that changed from like the other thing, to be fair, because I don't think we ever looked at the Heaven's Rapture before. But I do like that. I do like that. Can confirm. I'm okay with that. Of pure curiosity. A holy one blessed by the goddess herself. This wielder of magic has high overall stats. Okay. Swordfare and terrain resistance. So from like class abilities, it's not the best. There's not really much going on, but we have access of like magic and I punch you in the face really, really hard. It is good, but they hyped it up as the ultimate relic weapon, but it doesn't really have anything going for it, but high might, and in that regards, we already have the Lance of Ruin. Yeah. I mean, the good thing about it is, you know, it kind of self-repairs from time to time. That's like the really good thing. The other things cost like stuff, but you know, it's fine. I'm okay with it. I take it. I like it. Did I get some people over level 20 that I didn't have before? I think Bernadette, right? Yeah. Good try, Sniper. 66%. You're also not there. Okay. I think I wanted her writing skills a bit higher before I try that. Okay. But I would say we're end for today, guys, because my mind is fried. And headaches are there. And I don't like headaches. So I'm gonna end here today. As per usual, we did not have that much progress, but I guess it's fine. Similar Enlightened 1 is fine, but it doesn't really have much all that unique, and there are like 2 maps in the game where terrain resistance is a thing. Yeah, I honestly wondered about terrain resistance because I see that in a lot of in a lot of classes, but it never really seems too good. See you next Tuesday. Probably. I'm not entirely sure. Like, it always depends on like my work schedule. But like next Tuesday or Wednesday, probably, for Fire Emblem. And for next streams this week, I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna see how it works, since it's like also Easter and stuff like that, so I'm gonna be busy, but I'm trying to do one more stream. At least. I might eventually do a German-only stream, so... But that will only be on Twitch, I guess. I just want to try it out. But that will be a Twitch-only thing. So, YouTube, stay safe. I will still be English, man. Don't worry. But yeah, I'm gonna try to do like one more stream on like the weekend. Not entirely sure. I wanted to try out Hollow Knight. To be fair, since like it was Switch 2 and Hollow Knight Silksong finally releasing and stuff like that. So I wanted to try Hollow Knight. Maybe we're doing that. Not entirely sure. But yeah. Before my head entirely explodes, I'm gonna say goodbye now. And thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for still remembering that I exist, even after like 2 weeks of being gone. That means a lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. And yeah. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and I see you next time. Bye-bye!